Yes, today I'll be talking about the Chelsea versus Fulham Premier League fixture, the Boxing Day fixture that will be taking place tomorrow. So for me, I think this is a game that Chelsea has to be clinical. Chelsea have to be clinical, in my opinion. Everton, against Everton, Chelsea dominated the game, dominated possession, but weren't just clinical enough, So, but I'll admit, against Fulham, Fulham are more attacking side, not overly attacking, but they are more attacking. They have more attacking intent than the likes of Everton. But you have to be clinical. You have to take your chances. You have to take your chances. And for me, certain players come to mind. One is Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson must, must be more mobile in the box. He must be more dynamic in his movements in the box, in my opinion, because I think in a couple of games you see Pedro Neto, you see Noni Madueke going to put in crosses, but for some reason Nicholas Jackson just doesn't have the movement to match up with the with the crosses of the fullbacks of the wingers, and that has to change in my opinion. And overall, not just Nicholas Jackson, but everybody else on the pitch should be more you know dynamic and more clinical in my opinion. That's my humble opinion, because I think against a side like Fulham, though I've said they are more attack minded than an Everton. As the game continues to progress, 45 minutes gone, it's 50th minute, 55 minutes, 60th minute. Then it becomes a thing of we have what we hold, or we hold what we have for a team like Fulham. That means they become more robust, they become more compact in the way they play and begin to frustrate a side like Chelsea. And then you would see yourself, wanting to attack wanting to rather commit too many bodies forward, in order to get that goal, in order to get that, 3 points at Stamford Bridge. And then you could leave yourself open to, fast breaks from Everton, from Fulham, they have the likes of Adama Traore, who one of the fastest wingers, fastest footballers alive in the world, and not to mention the Premier League. So you have to be very clinical, in my opinion. That's from the player's standpoint. And then from an Enzo Maresca standpoint as well, he has to use his bench. He has to use his squad. I'm sorry. Cole Palmer is a phenomenal player, Chelsea's most important player, arguably Chelsea's best player in the squad. But he is human. And as humans, we are all fallible, which means sometimes he will struggle. Like in the Everton game, there are parts in the game where he struggles. I would never say bench Cole Palmer. Never. But what I would say is he's played 55 minutes, he's played 60 minutes, he's played 70 minutes, and he's struggling. Either you bring someone up to partner up with him, you sacrifice that, you know, double sixes you have. Maybe you sacrifice a Lavia, for instance, if he's able to play, you know, and you bring in João Felix to pair up with Oko Palmer and two tens to eight rolls, one in Congo even, you know, or you take off Cole Palmer and bring someone else and give it a try. I don't get this enough where each time someone says, "Oh, you should substitute Cole Palmer," everyone wants to lose their mind. Everyone wants to go into a frenzy. You know, I don't actually get why that should be the case, because you learn to use your squad, in my humble opinion. And then as well, Enzo Maresca, sometimes you don't have to get tied to this thing of playing inverted fullbacks. I don't get it. Like in the Everton game, I think he overthought it as well. In my opinion, I think Enzo Maresca completely overthought his setup. Because, for instance, why are you having, a Malo Gusto who is a traditional fullback, right fullback, or a wing back, right wing back, playing him at left wing back, and not just saying, not playing him at left fullback, not just saying, oh, play left fullback, you're telling him to play as an inverted fullback. Fair dues, Cucurella, the best in the business in terms of playing that inverted fullback role, at least from the left. Suspended after the yellow card against Brentford. Fair enough, hands up. But you've got the Vega. Why do you have a Renato Vega? And this whole business of, oh, they can play 2 games a week is just ridiculous to me. If you have everybody fit, everybody available, no suspensions, fine. But times like this, when you have this kind of issues, then you use your squad. On the other side of things as well, that's where you use the academy. Your first choice, first option, Cucurella, absent due to suspension. Okay, good. Vega, for whatever reason, you're choosing not to use him. Okay. Then why not use an Ishi Samuel Smith or a Zach Stodge in that left back row, you know, inverting, because what he did just completely took Malo Gusto out of the game. I know people would criticize Malo Gusto and say, oh, he should do better, he should have done better. Well, he should do better, but there's a limitation to how well he can actually do, how he can actually play when he's being played out of position. I get it. We love Enzo Maresca. We like what he's doing, with the team. Has the team in second spot. No Chelsea fans saw the team, no matter how optimistic you were at the start of the season. You never saw Chelsea, or you never would have anticipated Chelsea being in the second spot. You wouldn't have. But, but But no man is infallible. He makes mistakes. He can get things wrong on a day. So this issue of you can criticize the manager for something he's done wrong on the pitch, for his substitution, for his team selection, is just beyond me. Everyone is infallible, player, coach. So for me, keep it simple and have to become clinical. And I'm not trying to hit on or hate on Nicholas Jackson. I'm just trying to be objective and keep it simple. If Nicholas Jackson wants to be a world class player, he has to be better in the box. His movement in the box has to be better. And this takes me back to Enzo Maresca as well. Now, yet again, if you see Nicholas Jackson is struggling in the game, he's unable to get the goal, his movement is poor in the box. Get someone like an Nkunku on. Get someone like a McGee on. We've seen what he's done in the Conference League. He's 6'2". He's 6'2" tall. He's a good header of the ball. Has that good movement. He gives you that pressing. You know, he gives you that off the ball walk. He presses for days naturally, as Jose Mourinho would say. Pressing is his natural habitat. He does it as a matter of course. You don't have to cajole or force him to do it. So if Nicholas Jackson is struggling, 25 minutes to go, why not give McGee an opportunity? You know, giving Nkunku an opportunity. These players have better movement in the box. That's my humble opinion. I wonder what you think. You're on the channel, please subscribe to the channel, follow on TikTok, follow on Instagram as well. And let me know what your thoughts are on this game. And very soon I'll be giving my own starting 11 and let's see what you think about it. So we'll jump straight into it. Now for my own starting 11, I'll go Robert Sanchez. He was very good against Everton. Like for me, this back to the point of being objective. For me, Robert Sanchez, I've always said, not the biggest fan of Robert Sanchez, but the Brentford game played very well. Everton game played very well, saved the team, you know. So he starts for me. And at right back, I'll go Malo Gusto. I don't want to see this three centre back business. Malo Gusto at right back. And I'll go with Tosa Adebayo at centre back. Cowell, centre back pairing. I don't want to see Badia Shield. I don't want to see Disasi. They should rest. And then good Cucurella is back, so he'll play that left back and probably he'll be the fullback to invert into midfield. That's good. And then we'll move on to the next. And then the midfield for me will be Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. For me, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, I know Enzo Fernandez will be the more advanced of both of the two central midfielders. And then of course in the 10 role, Cole Palmer, yeah, he'll be there, no problem. At least to start with, in my opinion. And then at left wing, you would have Pedro Neto. For me, Pedro Neto is an orthodox left winger. He's not an inverted right winger. That's where he does his best work. play as an orthodox left winger. Then Noni Madueke will play as an inverted right winger, play that right wing slot. Nicholas Jackson as well. That's the game, no problem. But if there's any point the team begins to struggle, certain players are not having their best games, then you make the substitutions, you make the changes. So that's my opinion about the game. Wonder what you think. So at this point, come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for liking this video and sharing as well. So I'll see you on yet another video. Do have a fantastic rest of your day, and Merry Christmas.